Yes, you. Are you struggling to lose weight whilst juggling a busy social life? Don't worry, you're not alone. Tring, tring, who's that? Oh, hi. Sally from the printer. No, I can't go and do 20 Jaeger bombs tonight. No, I'm trying to lose weight. She's bad influences, Sally from the printer. In this video, I'll share practical tips to help you navigate your busy social life as well as your health and fat loss expedition at the same time. Even though you also have a Sally from the printer phoning you 24/7, let's go get wasted! Don't. Probably not the best if fat loss is your goal. So if you don't know by now, I've lost 40 kilograms. Not only have I lost the 40 kilograms, I've managed to maintain that loss over several years. And what was my biggest struggle? Not Sally from the printer. I was Sally from the printer. Jaeger bombs! Now that I think about it. My biggest struggle was the weekend. So let me help you combat the weekends and your health and fat loss expedition. Number one, if you're not planning ahead, Sally from the printer is going to catch you off guard. When it comes to the weekends, plan ahead. Plan your meals in advance. If you know you're going to a social event on the Friday night or the Saturday night, plan your meals leading up to that social event. That's you placing focus on the things that you can control. And you won't be arriving to the social event ravenously hungry. If you are going to a restaurant or to an event that you know what food they are serving, plan those meals in advance as well. Check the menus of the restaurants that you are going to. By doing that, you can make a calculated nutritional choice before you even go to the restaurant. I'm going to tell you now, if you're winging it, you are going to wing yourself into cuck. The biggest issue that most people have when it comes to navigating the weekends is the lack of planning. So if you really want to succeed on the weekends, plan. Oh, but Mandy, planning is so tedious. Oh, no, I'm tired now. I'm tired. Another way to navigate your weekends or your social events or your meals out. Number two, make smarter choices. Smarter choices can be made through your portion control as well as making smarter swaps when it comes to your meals. Oh, but Mandy, there's so much peer pressure from Sally from the printer. No, fuck the peer pressure and fuck Sally from the printer. It's you. The power is in your hands to say yes or no to certain food types. I don't want to hear any more about peer pressure. You can enjoy some of your favorite foods. Just practice being mindful around your portion control. And then, like I said, make calculated or smart swaps. Instead of having something deep fried, ask if you can have it grilled. Or if there's a grilled option, go for the grilled option. If you don't want to add the side of chips or fries, add a side of salad. When it comes to the salads, ask if you can have your dressing on the side as opposed to on your salad. So again, remember, the power is in your hands. The control is in your hands. And I know that there can potentially be peer pressure. But honestly, if you want to progress and succeed on your health and fat loss expedition, you need to start standing up for yourself. No is a full sentence. You don't need to explain why you're having the salad as opposed to having the chips. And so many people are like, oh, but Mandy, you call a spade and you got that stubborn personality. No. I had to create this. Because I always wanted to be the life of the party. I always cracked under peer pressure. I always said yes to extra beers and Jaeger bombs even when I didn't want to have them. But I had to create a very thick skin and I had to start saying no to things that didn't align with my goals if I wanted to be successful in my health and fat loss. It doesn't just come. You have to put the work in, okay? And I know this might be a bit of a tough love video, but sometimes we need a bit of tough love, especially coming from someone who has been through the same struggles. And then my next tip for navigating the weekends is stay active, be activity minded. So yes, maybe you won't be able to control one or two of your meals over the weekend, but can you control the activity that you are doing? Can you get your activity done first thing on a Saturday or a Sunday morning? Can you still go and smash that park run? Oftentimes I hear people saying, oh, but I just don't have time to do exercise during the week. And I get that time can be very limited. So if you are one of those people that don't have time during the week, but on the weekend you have got a little bit of extra time, use that time to your benefit. Go for that walk, go for that run, do that exercise session. Remain active over the weekends. And this isn't only from a burning calorie perspective. The more active you are over the weekends, the more you tick your activity boxes, the more that's going to carry over into your other habits. And if you go for a run or a walk on the Saturday morning, that just might shift the mindset to, oh, I want to have a more nutrient-dense meal for lunch. The next tip is stay hydrated. Water, not alcohol. I mean, of course, you can consume alcohol on your health and fat loss expedition. That ball is in your court. I'm not going to go too much into that topic at the moment, but the main question is, will alcohol affect my progress? And my short answer is probably yes. I mean, I'm just going to call a spade there, especially if one drink leads to two, two leads to three, etc., etc. You know what to do when it comes to that area. Drink more water throughout the day. When you are out, see if you can have lower calorie drinks. The next tip number 5, is one that really helped me out a lot, is carry low calorie snack options with you on the weekends. And what I mean by that is something like a small packet of biltong, maybe something like a banana, an apple, a small bag of mixed nuts. For in that moment, if you do get hungry and there are no other options available, you have got something to turn to. The next thing you want to try and work on is giving yourself a flexible approach. And what I mean by that is adding some flexibility into your weekend plans, so that you make it a little bit less rigid. Because oftentimes when it is rigid 7 days a week, that's where you lose interest after a while because you've totally written off your social life. So there has to be some sort of flexibility. But again, having a social life doesn't necessarily mean that every single weekend has to be raucous. You can go out and have fun and be social while still controlling your healthy habits. So if Sally from the printer phones you and says, hey, let's go out, be flexible with your plan and say, okay, maybe you will go out, but that is where your planning is going to be key and where your mindful eating or smarter calorie swaps are going to come into play. So just because Sally from the printer invites you out doesn't mean you need to stop doing absolutely everything because now, oh, there's nothing in your control. No, find things that you can control whilst you are out. And the next thing is you really need to work on that mindset of proceeding as per normal. Because here's generally what happens over the weekends. You'll have one raucous Friday night or you'll have one Saturday where you've overconsumed calories, and that's where you write the entire weekend off because of that all or nothing mindset. Remember, we're striving for consistency, not for perfection. So if you have one day that didn't go according to plan on the weekend, why the hell are you throwing away the other 2 days of the weekend? If you sit and you actually think about it, it just makes no sense because again, we're striving for consistency. But you're not going to be able to work on consistency if you keep throwing days away, like you're giving days away, like Oprah gives cars away because you're like, oh, I had a high calorie day. Take the next 2 or 3 days. No. So when you have a high calorie day on the weekend, ask yourself, what is the very next thing that you can control? Is it the next meal or is it the next morning or the next day? And then you proceed as per normal. And that's going to be the winning formula along with everything I've discussed in this video for you to go and win the weekends. Plan ahead, make smart choices, stay active, be intentional about your actions and behaviors, create balance, create consistency, and proceed as per normal if shit does hit the fan.